Let's go!
Represents that one. Oh, my.
Was Trevor Lawrence the victim of the biggest hit in NFL history? Maybe the dirtiest hit we have seen this year in all of professional football. So we start off here with Trevor Lawrence in a very clean pocket. And what I've seen him do this year is just assume something is going to be open. You see he's staring at the safety center field, and staring right at him, he thinks holding him is enough to immediately look to Brian Thomas Jr. in the man-to-man matchup here and just throw this football up. But the problem was the safety was all over this. As you can see right here, this is not a good throw, okay? Derek Stingley makes a really good play on it, and your best receiver gets kill shotted. All right, Jaguar Nation, please tell me I'm wrong that there is a Brooklyn in the Jacksonville region. It's 3rd and 11. There's no way that there's a Brooklyn in Jacksonville. That explains so much about this beautiful city, okay? Either way, Trevor throws a dart right here to move the chains. And guess what? Parker Washington, is he actually good? Like, I've gone back and forth on this if he's like an every down player in the NFL. All right, 3rd and 8. Oh, boy. Trevor. You know I'm trying to like you, man. All right, shallow drag. This is picking up the first down. If not, it's making it a manageable 4th down. All right, you have a really good pocket. Is it the absolute most pristine thing in the world? No, because there is some disturbance in his face, but really nothing. And this ball is just missed. Mechanically, let's see if there's anything. I mean, I guess nothing too bad. Parker Washington on the out. That's where we want. We prefer this instead of the easier throw right here. But it's just missed. I mean, there's just so many of these this year with Trevor Lawrence. Okay? And look, Cisco was asking for some type of interference. Maybe he was pulled at the top of the route. I don't have the all-22 yet. But I don't know. It's still a miss, and you have to punt. So we get to 3rd and Tallulah here, and you get really good pass protection. Now, I am just a check down merchant. That's how I would play quarterback. You hit this, and I want you to see when this ball is in path. It's Tank Bigsby versus one guy to pick up a first down. And if he's close, you can go for it on 4th down. So in theory, you're really only needing him to get 8 yards here, all right? But I'm not sure if he's not getting all of them. Now, the protection is really good before we get to the actual throw. Trevor is staring this one down the entire way. Notice his head placement. He's looking at Brian Thomas Jr. Let me know if you guys think this footwork here is a little jumpy back here. It looks, I guess, fine to me, but the ball is underthrown, right? Trevor's, one of his big things is arm strength. You throw this out, BTJ has Derek Stingley beat, but it's just behind him, all right? Safety, once again, right there, and now BTJ, who's frustrated with Trevor, I understand why. It is a pick going the other way. Now, here is a big problem with this. What else do you want out of Brian Thomas Jr. at this point? And why is it that Trevor Lawrence just can't hit him? BTJ's had a really good season, and, he's had a few drops. But, man, for whatever reason, Trevor's missed this guy a few times, including in the Texans game earlier this year.
It was nice to see Locklear being able.
So, is this the dirtiest hit you have ever seen an NFL quarterback take? So, you saw one hit just a minute ago that I thought was pretty gnarly. So there's been some bad ones this year in football, okay? The guy did leave his feet, and that's what I want to discuss here. That quarterback was jumping. Anytime you are requiring a quarterback to slide, all right, even to protect himself, you kind of open yourself up for this, okay? It's such a weird gray area, and I've seen a few players like Benjamin Watson say, we we've got to help out the defenders as well. But I don't know how you can, and I'm just doing a devil's advocate argument. I don't know how you can't view this right here as unfreaking believably dirty. Maybe 5 to 10 years ago when, protect the quarterback at all costs was finally becoming a thing. But the fact that you launch elbow right into his head, right into the grass, and I know he apologized, but there is no apology that justifies that or absolves that, especially when, and it's crazy how this works. A lot of these guys that make these kind of kill shot hits have a history of other questionable hits. It almost never fails. It's true. All right. The Al-Shaair has had some other hits. Now, there are actually, and this is how I've always felt about when like bad things in sports like this happen. There is some positives that you could take away from this. And before we get into that, I want to discuss first that I am glad Trevor Lawrence is feeling well. He's obviously still in concussion protocol by the time I'm releasing this. None of my criticisms of him have been personal. In fact, he's a guy that I've always appreciated. I think he does have an interesting personality. He said things off the field like, hey, football isn't my entire livelihood. He's always been a very open-minded guy who's always been open to taking criticism. And as a quarterback, if you eat up so much of the cap and you're not giving elite play in return, I'm going to be more critical than I was when you're on that rookie deal. But whatever the case may be, the first good thing that comes from this, from a Trevor and a team perspective, is how much this team protected Trevor Lawrence. Look, almost every single player is off the bench. There's somebody right here who decided not to get up, but everybody else is out there. All right, and they're, defending him in the spot. And it is justified. You can't hit a franchise quarterback like that. Well, the special rules quarterback. Yes, that's just how it is in the NFL. Games suck if the opposing quarterback, starting quarterback, more often than not, isn't in the game. We'll get to that in just a second, though. And the thing that's dumb from a Texans perspective is, why did the Jaguars not return the favor? Why didn't they return it to C.J. Stroud? That's what's really stupid from the Al-Shaair point of view. The Jaguars would have been totally justified in giving a kill shot to C.J. Stroud. It's just like pitching, right? If you throw at someone's head, guess what? Your 3-hole hitter in the batter's box the next time around is going to get high heat. But why didn't the Jaguars go out there and have a bad cheap shot to C.J. Stroud? Because it's effed up. It's messed up. It's messed up going for any player's head like that, much less the starting quarterback. You shouldn't do that. And if you're DeMeco Ryans, a big thing about DeMeco Ryans' team last year was that they were buttoned up. This year, they have been anything but. I mean, the rails have come off the train track. No, did I say that correctly? But let's get to me, and let me know, Jaguars fans, if you would like me to do a deeper breakdown on this. If one good thing was that Trevor saw the entire sideline step up and protect him, there is also something else, is that this hit took away from him not having that great of a game. Yeah, I know the Jaguars are 2-9, and yeah, there's things more important than football. Once again, I'll say I'm glad he is feeling better, but Trevor wasn't good in the healthy snaps of this game. And I normally don't like to judge a quarterback performance unless he has 15 throws. It's about, the subjective measure, 12 to 15. He only had 10, and he was 4-10. And you saw the misses here. They were not good. Bad pick. And Mac Jones came in and did some really good things. So, this hit kind of overshadowed that he wasn't playing well, like he had been all season long. So let me know if you Jaguar fans would like me to do a Mac Jones film study. It wasn't anything special, but it was pretty good in relief, knowing the emotions of the situation. And we'll talk to you soon, okay? It is Power Hour NFL. Boom. Let me know. Is this the dirtiest hit you've ever seen? And tonight, we are doing... I'm on the road. I'm at a hotel. I was in Baton Rouge for work for LSU and Oklahoma. So there is nothing quite like the hotel omelet station. There's nothing quite like it. All right? So I'm about to go devour one of those. Let's go.